Let me get my fat ass in frame, you feel me? What's going on, guys? It's Dirt. And today, I figured since we're getting pretty close to DLC 1, why not revisit the video that Call of Duty official channel released for us, the preview of DLC 1 and their input, and let's do a little reaction to it. Let's talk about some of the things that they're talking about. Let's have a little discussion. Feel me? So, without further ado, let me pull up the file and we'll take a look. Sabotage.
We are so excited for fans to get their hands on the first DLC of the season.
We've been listening to your feedback, and we have so much more to come. We've got 4 intense maps and a brand new zombie experience.
Okay. Intense.
One of the
I like
great things
that.
about DLC is it gives us the first opportunity to address what the players are looking for and what things can be improved upon in the Infinite Warfare experience.
We get a lot of feedback across social media, forums, everywhere. It's been really
Yeah,
cool to
I bet you
see
do.
everything from beta up till now, the requests. So you're gonna see drastic changes and things you love brought into these new maps.
Like leaderboards.
Noir is a dark, grimy, moody Brooklyn from the distant future.
Okay.
On one side, you spawn under the Brooklyn Bridge, which is kind of gritty. And then the exact opposite side of the map, it's a little bit nicer. There's cafes and parks. And then in the middle is just a war zone.
Okay, well that was like the
Neon is a virtual
ultimate
training
tiny
simulator for
preview.
urban warfare.
I didn't say anything
It's a
really.
Z-shaped map with a long sight line down the middle, a high B point up on a ledge, and a close quarters area in a nightclub in the third lane.
When you run around, cars will generate players. When they die, they will dissolve into a mess of polygons. It's a very interesting and fun play space to be.
Yeah, that's cute, Scott.
One of the maps in DLC 1 that we are pretty excited about is called Renaissance. It takes place in Venice. It's a very tight quarters, very fast gameplay.
If you like the snipe, you're gonna love the church lane.
All right,
If you
let's
like the
go
running
church
gun, your
lane.
shotgun, or your SMG, you're gonna love skating through the interiors and engaging players. And if you're a mobile mid-ranger, you're gonna love taking your assault rifle onto the streets.
All right, I like what they're saying there. I feel like that's maybe the
Another
only
we
map that they
have
actually
is
already
called
had
Dominion,
done.
and it's a Modern
so
Warfare
far.
2
Let me see.
remake of the classic map Afghan. This time it takes place on Mars.
Afghan is such a revered map, not just amongst the fans, but also among everybody at Infinity Ward. It has a lot of different identifiable landmarks that everybody can remember: the crash ship, the AA guns on the hill. And we knew it was kind of an easy transition over to Infinite Warfare's theater of war.
And players can now boost jump up to the lookout and counter snipers with close range engagements.
I don't even want
The Rave in the Redwoods is a trip back to the 1990s, to a place that is such a stark contrast from what we did in Zombies in Spaceland. I think players are in for a real surprise. We made them really comfortable in Spaceland by opening up lanes, making it bright and colorful. This is really a horror film brought to life in a video game form. It's going to blow people's minds.
After getting sucked out of Zombies in Spaceland, our 4 characters appear in a cabin. They wake up kind of groggy. They kind of realize that they're maybe in the 90s now. As you explore outside of the cabin, you find out that you're actually in an abandoned camp that's been kind of taken over by a few hundred raver kids that are throwing an all-night rave party in the middle of the woods.
Amazing.
The level has
Do
this
people still rave?
dark, foreboding, kind of spooky vibe.
Like everybody's
And then
high and
the world comes alive.
oh. Now we're
There's
talking.
new weaponry, there's new Fate and Fortune cards coming, new traps within the map.
Yeah.
Our cast of characters
I
are
feel like
getting
this
a
guy
whole new
composed this
wardrobe
music
change.
with that
We're gonna
hairdo.
introduce a new character named the Slasher. There's so much more to tell. We can't wait for people to
There's
get a
so
chance
much
to
volume
experience
in those
what it's like
curls.
to be in Rave in the Redwoods. People are in for a real treat.
All of the devs here at Infinity Ward cannot wait for our fans to get their hands
Oh,
on the new
and we
content.
can't wait to
Weapons,
tweet
the
at you
quests,
how
so
much
much
of a
going
piece
into
of
it.
shit
Fans are
this
gonna be
game
super
is,
excited.
I'm
Call of Duty
sure.
Infinite Warfare DLC 1 pack will be available January 31st, first on PS4.
Alright, let me not take a complete shit on it, but let's pause it right there. Alright, so here we are. This is what we're looking at. Dominion, Renaissance, Neon, and Noir. Dominion is Afghan. Why they remade this map, I don't know. Okay? I feel like this is gonna ruin Afghan. Even though I think Terminal does play well with the movement, I don't want to play Afghan on Infinite Warfare. But okay, so then they told us about Noir. They told us basically nothing. You're in a city, that's it. Neon was the Z-shaped map, right? And Renaissance, you can snipe from towers, basically. So, all of the DLCs look a little cringy up front, at least in my opinion, so hopefully there's like, I don't know, hopefully it doesn't suck. I mean, this is kind of a bad year for COD, to be honest with you right now, so. I mean, I'm just gonna go out on a limb here. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say, if they came out with a video and it was like, DLC 1 will contain leaderboards, custom emblems, combat record, and then like one map that was semi-okay, everyone would be like, yes, fuck yeah, take my $15. So, yeah, but instead they were just kind of like, oh, well, here's like 4 kinda done maps, and we're not gonna say too much about them, they're just gonna look kinda shitty. Hopefully they won't be. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay, we're hope, please. Infinite Warfare, I'm trying to fuck with you. I'm trying so hard to stay fucking with you, and it's like, man, everybody's going back to BO3, and I love that game, you know, but I want to stay with the times too. I'm a new gen. Shut the fuck up. Fuck out of here. But Raven the Redwoods looks fucking sweet. I might start playing zombies at this point because it looks like they're putting some time into that. To be honest with you, it looked to me like these maps weren't even close to finish at the time that they put this video out, which I don't understand. Seems like that's the general idea of Infinite Warfare. It's like they're just giving us this half-finished game, and the real fans are kind of like, you know, what about this, what about that? And they're like, oh yeah, we hear you, coming soon in a patch. How many months are we into this game now? Ridiculous. So hopefully with DLC 1, we'll get leaderboards, we'll get custom emblems, we'll get all the stuff that we've been bitching about, and maybe these maps won't be that bad. High hopes. That's the point here. It's been your boy Dirt. Chyeahhhhh, I'm out here.